reshuffles it all, and then she'll tell you for sure. But that's what we planned. You know, she's largely in charge. You know that.
Sure nobody's behind the shots.
Should be good. Is it right where the table is, right? I'll tell Semi. It's doing the books, the guidance counselor. I'll tell her to hang far right. Work. And if she forgets, feel free to direct her. I'm glad you're here again. I'm really glad you're here. Oh, please. That was nothing. That's nothing. You just wait. Oh, my gosh. You get like 86. Okay. Yeah. It's hard to keep track. All right. Semic's got the papers. Another beautiful day. Absolutely so nice for it, too. I heard parents were saying how nice it is outside.
Yeah, this morning it was already like the 80s. It's
Oh,
typically
wow.
in the 70s now, like mid-70s, nice breeze.
I have to go to a graduation party this afternoon, this evening, so that'll be pretty cool.
I'm going to
Are you?
a reception too. And I went out and put my stuff in the car so I can fill out the photo.
Eric, Lisa, do you need sorry, my little script? Thanks for that. Okay. So see the X on the floor? Yes. That's where you know stand hands. And you're helping her with the certificates, yes.
Move out of the way. Got it.
Near the flag. Make sense? Okay. Here we go. Are we on? All right, let's see if we're on. We are. Good afternoon, everyone, parents, family, and friends. I am Ro Rosero, the proud assistant principal at John Marshall Civic and Business Leadership. We appreciate your presence today. Graduation is a time of celebration. As you may know, high school graduation is a valuable moment that all should be proud to participate in. Our scholars have worked extremely hard to finally see this special ceremony. You can tell how sentimental I am already. And we all want the very best from this experience. So I'm gonna go off script, just follow me. Make sure you are ready. Phones are ready, cameras are ready. The next line, you're gonna look in the back towards the entrance. That's the first time you get a shot of the kids. All right? It's my honor to ask you all at this time to please rise and welcome the John Marshall Civic and Leadership Class of 2023.
I know this crowd is going to be very exciting. You guys, ready? Welcome, Dr. Thomas, the CEO, fellow podium guests, principals, administrators, families, friends, and supporters, to the John Marshall Civic and Business Leadership Commencement. Would you please stand for the presentation of the colors, followed by the national anthem? You may be seated. I'd now like to introduce our CEO, Mr. Eric Gordon.
Well, good afternoon, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, brothers and sisters, cousins, friends and family. Buenas tardes, mamás y papás, abuelas y abuelos, tías y tíos, hermanos y hermanas, primos, amigos y familiares. Felicitaciones a la clase de 2023. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Before I share some brief remarks with these young people who are about to be graduates, I'd like to ask every CMSD educator, the John Marshall faculty and staff, and any CMSD educator who is here to stand and be recognized for the incredible work you do that helped our young people get to this stage today. It is unfortunate in our country that education and educators are not better respected, but here in Cleveland, I am so confident we have simply the best educators that you can get, working with our scholars from pre-K all the way to seniors. Let's give them one more round of applause. So, class of 2023. This is my 12th and final year as CEO of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, which means you're my last class of graduates. That also means I'm a senior, 12 years with you as your CEO. But even more importantly, I came to Cleveland in 2007 as the Chief Academic Officer, which means you are the class that hadn't even started school when I came to Cleveland, and I've had the extreme honor of watching you grow into the young men and women that you are today, visiting your pre-K 8 schools, your high school experience over literally the last 13, 14 years of your education. People in the community know that I always talk about my kids, and I really think of you as my kids. And so I'm going to take the little bit of time that I have today to share just a couple things that I hope that you will take away and use when you need it so that you continue to thrive in the way that got you here today. For our families and friends, this is going to be a great opportunity for photos, so get out that phone, or if you're still using an old camera, get that out. And we're also going to do a little audience participation here too, so I'm going to need your help in a minute. For the graduates, the first thing I need you to do is those of you who are able, please stand and turn and face your families. Those who are able, please stand and turn and face your families. I love it when a speech writes itself. Stay facing your families and put your right hand up as high as you can reach it. Your right hand as high as you can reach it. And this is where you're going to want to take a photo. In just a minute, I'm going to count to 3, and I'm going to give the students another direction. And when I give that direction, that's when you're going to want to snap your photo. So your hand is the right hand, oh, your other right hand. So your right hand is as high as you can reach it. On 1, 2, 3, reach higher. So you can turn around and have a seat again. You can turn around and have a seat again. So if you were listening when you had your hand up and I counted to 3 and said reach higher and you heard people cheering, and that's because what they saw is you were holding your hand as high as you could reach it, and as soon as I said reach higher, you all got about 6 inches taller. So there's something going on there. Either you are collectively a group of liars and you figured it out all together on the spot, which I think is probably not true, or there must be something else going on. So let's do one more thing. This time I want you to close your eyes. So if you can still see me, your eyes aren't closed. And I want you to listen to this next sound that you hear. And families and friends, this is the sound I need them to hear. I need you to cheer for your baby that is about to graduate from John Marshall Civic and Business Leadership, the class of 2023. So let me tell you why we did this. So let me tell you why we did these two things. I know that there are some of you sitting right in front of us right now who didn't think you were going to be here today, who thought you weren't going to be able to pass those last classes, get those credits, pass that OST, get that seal, get those hours. I know there are some of you that thought this is too much, too hard, I can't do it, I'm going to give up. Worse, I know that there are people, not in here, but out there, that have told you you shouldn't be here because you're black or Hispanic, or because you're a woman, or because you're an immigrant, or because you've experienced poverty, or because you went to a Cleveland public school. But here's what else I know. They are wrong. This diploma that you are about to receive is the same diploma that every student in the state of Ohio is picking up this month. It It is not different than theirs, and it is not less than theirs. It is the same diploma that every single graduate in Ohio is picking up. So as someone who has literally watched you grow up from when you started preschool and kindergarten and all the way through, I wish I could leave you today with the tool to never again question whether you can make it here. And whatever your next tier is, college, workforce, whatever it is. Better, I wish I could make sure that you never again had anybody try to tell you where you shouldn't go to college, where you shouldn't have a job, where you shouldn't live, who you shouldn't love. But you know what? Haters are gonna hate. So while I can't give you that, we can give you this. The next time that you start to play that story in your head that you can't do it, this is too hard, I'm going to give up, the next time somebody dares to stand in your way, to attempt to get in your way, I want you to close your eyes, remember what it felt like, not just sounded like, but felt like, to feel that love pouring over you. And then I want you to stand up, and I want you to go higher. Congratulations to the class of 2023, John Marshall Civic and Business Leadership.
I'd like to introduce our class of 2023 valedictorian, Oma Dahal.
Good afternoon, parents, faculty, staff, and students. Before I start on this lengthy speech, I would like to congratulate my fellow 2023 graduates. We did it, guys. We're finally living the moment we've been dreaming of ever since freshman year. As freshmen, we were so eager to grow up, but today, standing here on the stage, I wish these 4 years would have gone a little bit slower. Today, I stand before you not only as a representative of this extraordinary graduating class, but also as a testimony of resilience and strength. My journey to this moment has been shaped by an unfortunate set of circumstances, one that has taught me invaluable lessons. Fleeing my home country at the age of 9 with parents who didn't know a word of English and having to fend for myself at such a young age taught me the power of perseverance and hope. I have tried my hardest to learn this new foreign language so I would be able to help my parents. At the age of 10, I adopted the role of a translator, a financial advisor, and a caregiver for my parents. As the only child, I was forced to become an adult at an early age, which is why I was known for having a good head on my shoulders, as my middle school teachers would like to say. The price I had to pay for those flattering praises was the loss of my childhood. However, with these adversities, I was rewarded with the gift of a strong work ethic, the gift of resilience, and most importantly, the willpower to succeed. I share my story with you all today to remind you that you too can do it. No matter what you're facing, no matter what complications may arise in the future, I am your proof that there will always be a way. Today, as we celebrate our accomplishments, let us remember those who have supported us along the way. Let us honor the sacrifices made by our families who have traversed unimaginable distances and overcome countless objectives to provide for us a better future. Let us recognize the teachers and the mentors who have opened our minds and guided us towards our dreams, regardless of the challenges that we have faced. But most importantly, let us recognize the power that lies within each and every one of us, the power to overcome, to inspire, and to effect change. The world we are entering is in need of compassionate leaders, empathetic innovators, and courage advocates. Our collective experiences, both triumphs and tribulations, have equipped us with the resilience and empathy necessary to make a difference. So my fellow graduates, as we bid farewell to this chapter of our lives, let us carry our stories with pride. Let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead, knowing that we have the strength to overcome. Let us continue to foster inclusivity, understanding, and compassion in all that we do. And above all, let us never forget our individual narratives, no matter how different they may be, have the power to shape a brighter future and more inclusive future for all. As your valedictorian, I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2023.
like to introduce Mr. Baker, our senior advisor, who will be announcing our Say Yes recipients.
Please stand if you're a Say Yes Scholarship recipient at this time. The following students: Karima Abdul Haq, Jocelyn Acosta, Munir Al-Abadat, Ali Ali, Aaliyah Alvarez, Paul Washa, Armor Kale, Benita Biswa, Janaya Boykins, Desmond Brown, Janaya Buchanan, Angelise Caballero, Kalela Cochran, Uma Dahal, Jenya Diaz, Keontae Ellis, Anijah English, Courtney Fernandez, Irene Fernandez, Caden Harmon, Floyd Harwell, Ariana Justiano, Susmita Kami, Kaya Kindred, Oscar Lai Chavez, Gino Martin Jr., Adriana Martinez Machado, Diamond McLeod, Shamsi Mayer, Nicholas Mitchell, Kishay Moore, Labobe Nasunde, Joshua Ortiz, Jaslyn Norton, Akshar Kumar Patel, Asharian Polk, Sudeep Rai, Gary Reynolds, Alondra Rivera, Janae Rodriguez, Joseph Sandifer, Jafet Sibomana, Cecilia Shangila, Catherine Solis Flores, Romila Suba, Brittany Vondero, Amand Waller, Anaya Wesley, Lydia Williams, Tracy Wilson, and Nora Zakaria. Congratulations.
Besides our Say Yes scholarships, the students you see in front of you have collectively earned $1.4 million in scholarship money to attend school. I would like to present to you our top 10 scholars, all of which have earned above a 4.0 GPA. Our valedictorian, Oma Dahal. Our salutatorian, Benita Biswa. Akshar Kumar Patel. Janaya Buchanan. Romila Suba. Susmita Kami. Asharian Polk. Labobe Nasende, Paul Washa Armakale, and Kaya Kindred. I would now like to introduce to you our class president, Ms. Jenya Diaz.
Hello, teachers, loved ones, friends, and members of class of 2023. I'd like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to all the wonderful teachers who have molded us, to our parents for raising us, and to ourselves for working so hard to get here. I glance into the crowd and see a collection of ambitious, hardworking individuals simply trying to figure life out. After 4 chaotic years, we have been able to grow as a family. At the ages of 17 and 18, we are supposed to be aware of our long-term career goals. And I'm here to tell you that success is going to look different for everyone in this room. Some people are off to college. Some decided to specialize in a trade and go to trade school. Some of my peers have businesses that they plan on building into something big, and others may just want to go straight into the workforce. All this to say, success is what you make it. Everyone's path is going to look differently, and that's okay. Don't feel like you're behind or you're not doing enough because there's no playbook to life. We are all learning and absorbing new things every day, learning how to be on our own in a big world. Despite that, it can be frightening and overwhelming. If we can get through COVID-19 and all the issues that came with it, we can go through anything. We succeeded in climbing 10 flights of stairs per day, which surely made us stronger. Honestly, I didn't know what to anticipate going into high school when I was in the 8th grade, and wow, was I in for a surprise. The sense of community that was formed and the constant pushing to improve oneself made attending CBL one of the best decisions I could have ever made. I have gained so much perspective of different cultures and different people that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. I have developed connections and relationships at the school that I will always cherish. Marshall's team continuously urges kids to be imaginative and make learning enjoyable. Although it has been a great honor for me to serve as class president, if you had warned me how stressful the job would be, I might have considered it twice. Everyone is aware that it has been an emotional roller coaster, but in the end, we all managed to get through it and have a terrific year. I adore how this class, in spite of the drama, could always come together as a true family and enjoy themselves. Finally, I hope you can look back on high school and realize that the positive memories outweigh the negative ones. I hope I can someday repay everyone in this room back for their assistance. I hope you can remember hearing Miss Brown scream to go to class in the morning. I hope you can remember the Friday night football games and the times we stood up for one another and changed the culture of the school. I know I will treasure these memories for the rest of my life. I would like to end this speech with a special quote from a special man, from the wise words of Mr. Worldwide. This is for everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day. Remember that. Congratulations, class of 2023. We did it! Shout out to my mama. I would like to introduce my dear friend and salutatorian, Benita Biswa.
I'm short. Good afternoon. My name is Benita Beswa, and I am the salutatorian of class of 2022. I have the great honor of introducing our keynote speaker, Mr. Daryl Coleman. He has been a positive role model and a professional that our students can count here on John Marshall. Upon completion of high school, Mr. Coleman joined the military as a way of helping him to pay college tuition. He joined the U.S. Navy Submarine Force, fought in Gulf War, Operation Desert Storm, and received an honorable discharge. After leaving the military, he went to college and obtained his Bachelor's of Arts and Master's from Cleveland State University. He moved to Florida, taught AP and IP English, and he served as adjunct college professor at Valencia Community College in Florida. Mr. Coleman and his family later moved to Ohio, and he continued teaching as an adjunct college professor with Lawrence County Community College while attending Case Western University to obtain his second master's at the Jack, Joseph, and Morton Mendel School of Applied Social Science. After receiving his Master's of Science from Case Western University and his State of Ohio Counselor, Social Worker, Marriage, and Family Therapist license, he started working for Ohio Guidestone as a school service, Ohio licensed social therapist. Mr. Coleman is also a PhD student at Case Western University, Jack Joseph, and Morton Mendel School of Applied Science. Please help me welcome Mr. Dale Coleman.
So I want to say greetings to distinguished guests, school administrators, faculty members, family members of the class of 2023. With warm regards, I say congratulations to the class of 2023 on this major accomplishment. Can everyone give them another round of applause? It took great effort, self-discipline, and a willingness on your part to take on personal responsibility to reach this goal today. I would also like to express gratitude to the school administration, teachers, parents, and other mentors who have played a significant role in the lives of today's graduates. And I encourage you, graduates of 2023, to thank those who have supported you throughout your long academic journey. I also ask that you graduates take time to look back and to reflect on the special relationships, the friendships, and the shared experiences you fostered during your high school years here at John Marshall. When I reflect back on my high school days, I remember my Bayesian grandfather from the small Caribbean island of Barbados, which today has one of the highest literacy rates in the world per capita. He would often tell me, "Boy, get your education. It's the one thing they can't take away from you." He would also say, "Your education is a form of liberation as well as your passport to the future." He said, getting your education is going to take a lot of effort and self-discipline on your part, and the time will go by quicker than you think. I also remember him saying that life is the greatest school you will ever attend, and that if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. Therefore, I congratulate this graduating class of 2023 on your many accomplishments, both academic and personal. I also would like to recognize the hard work, dedication, and perseverance required for you to reach this milestone in your lives. For example, quite a few of you have been awarded scholarships to major universities, and the top 10% of this class have a GPA higher than 4.0. And members of this class can speak over 10 different languages. So today, I would like to emphasize the importance of you taking responsibility for your lives, taking action, developing habits of self-discipline, and habits of lifelong learning as you embark out into this rapidly changing world. Naturally, as you journey onward through life seeking success, you're going to have to face the unknown. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zones. You're going to have to face your fears. You're going to have to face rejection. You're going to have to face ridicule. People will laugh at you. There's going to be some disappointment and failure along the way. That's part of the price that you will have to pay. So the point is, from time to time, your motivation will often come and go. You will not be able to depend on motivation alone. You will have to push yourself often and often tell yourselves, no one is coming. No one is coming to help me get this job done. I have to get the work done now. It's up to me. And if it were easy, everyone would do it. The secret is that you will have to parent yourselves, which means you will have to turn to yourself for the inspiration you need, and you will constantly have to push yourselves. So I say, set goals. Set goals early, set goals regularly, set daily goals, monthly goals, yearly goals. And what will save you is to take a step towards your goals each day. A little step here and there, then another step in the direction of your goals. There will always be another step to take until you accomplish your goals, and then you set more goals. Ultimately, it is the consistency of the work. The point is that daily you must try to be occupied with doing something productive with your limited time and energy. Otherwise, you will not be pleased with yourselves. So discover what you're good at. Once you discover what you're good at, make that your craft. And practice your craft over and over until you create a habit out of it. You do this over a period of time and you will get better and better at your craft. You will get so good that people will start to pay you to perform your craft. Another point to remember about habits is that people do not decide their future. Your habits decide your future. Life gets better when you are deliberate about forming your habits. So whatever you do repeatedly soon becomes a habit. That's the takeaway here. And a habit once formed is hard to break. So the regular practice of disciplining yourselves to do what you should do when you know you should do it, whether you feel like it or not, becomes stronger and stronger as you practice it. And by the way, bad habits are easy to form, but hard to live with. Again, let me say that. Bad habits are easy to form, but hard to live with. Good habits, conversely, are hard to form, but easy to live with. And everything is hard before it becomes easy. So the good news is that every practice of self-discipline in your lives moving forward, in case you haven't already discovered this, it will strengthen every other self-discipline in your life. But when you take shortcuts and when you slack off from consistently performing these habits of self-discipline, it impacts you in other areas of your lives as well. So it will take constant, deliberate, and disciplined action in the direction of your goals. As an extra added bonus, and some of you can also attest to this, I'm sure by now, as you're pursuing your goals, helpers will come along. There will be people who will come to assist you in the pursuit of your goals. And as the African proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. So there will be helpers to help you along the way. The reality is, though, you will have to make some sacrifices to achieve your goals, and at times it will be a real struggle. But in all circumstances, good or bad, and this is part of the psychotherapist's dictum that's coming out right now, you can only control what you can control. In other words, the external world is beyond your control. So essentially, self-control and focusing on the things that you know you need to accomplish, that's going to be the key, because you can't control other people. That's really the main point here. So there are three aspects of reality that no one gets to avoid. One is pain, the other is uncertainty, and constant work. And just so you know, constant work alleviates the burden of the first two. So looking ahead, I say to you, graduating class of 2023, to embrace the future with optimism and confidence. Do not allow the fear of failure to stop you from trying. And besides, you will learn a lot from failure. Failure teaches you how to handle future challenges. Failure helps you gain insights into your strengths and weaknesses. And failure teaches you humility and compassion for others, which we need a lot more of in society today. So in my closing remarks, I would like to emphasize, once again, that if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. It's easy to procrastinate on the things you know you need to do. It's easy to show lack of self-discipline and not manage your time properly. It's easy to blame others, to blame the system and get mad and want to fight. It's easy to spend excessive amounts of time on social media and video games. And it's easy to give up and quit. All of those things are easy, but your lives will be harder. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. It's hard to pursue higher education. It's hard to obtain a college degree or advanced education. It's hard to go to a trade school. It's hard to develop a strong work ethic by sacrificing leisure activities and setting priorities and maintaining discipline. It's hard to set and pursue ambitious goals. It's hard to take responsibility for your life. So on that note, I congratulate you, class of 2023. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to ask that everybody bears with me because I've cried more at this graduation than I have ever because I really love your kids. This is the exciting part. On behalf of the John Marshall class, we did leave a gift for all of our guest speakers and guests on the table here. I'm asking that Dr. Thomas come up to join me. I know. I'm skipping ahead. Bear with me. When you get your diploma, you're going to be receiving the certificate along with your diploma, which is going to be for a laptop that you're allowed to take with you to your next journey. And that's going to be from the PCs for People. So that's part of the digital program from the district. So that's something that we're very happy for. So give them a round of applause. I'm going to ask for the guests on the stage to rise as we are getting ready for the diplomas.
Good afternoon. Principal Kidner, Class Advisor Baker, members of the faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students gathered here have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Ohio Department of Education?
I certify that all the students with us today have met all the educational requirements of the state of Ohio, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and have passed all the required parts of the Ohio graduation state tests. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Now, on behalf of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, members of the John Marshall Civic and Business Leadership 2023 graduating class, your high school diplomas, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Would our first row please stand?
Oma DeHall. Banita Biswa. Akshar Kumar Patel. Janaya Monet Buchanan. Romilla Suba. Susmita Kami. Asharian Jone Amaya. Labobi Nasunde. Paulwasha Armakail. Kaya Lynn Kindred. Colleen Mary Kelly. Purima Aisha Abdul Haq. Muhammad Abdullahi. Colleen Mary Kelly. Muhammad Abdullahi. Jocelyn Marie Acosta. Rukaya Kais Aldasari. Munir Ghazi Al Obadat. Ibrahim Abandar. Ali Ali. Aaliyah M. Alvarez. Cariel Margulies Antonsanto. Janaya Lachey Boykins. Desmond Allen Brown. Angelis Caballero. Javion Campbell. Kalela Jade Cochran. Jaden Isaiah Davenport. Jenya Maria Diaz. Keontae DeMont Lee Ellis. Anijah Denise English. Courtney Ann Fernandez. Irene Marie Fernandez. Genesis Merlin Garcia. Daniela Gillespie. Maria Josefa Gonzalez. Paula Gonzalez. Caden Cardell Harmon. Floyd Thomas Lavelle Harwell Jr. Malcolm Lee Henderson. Armia Brayel Jackson. Eva Chanel Johnson. Ariana Marie Justiano. William Kambale. Oscar Leish Chavez. Richard Darnell Lawson. Alan Russell Malik. Donna Paula Morero Santiago. Gino Dion Martin Jr. Adriana Guadalupe Martinez Machado. Diamond Simone McLeod. Giancarlos Medina Sedano. Shamsi Mail. Nicholas John Mitchell. Keisha Daviana Moore. Alexis Elias Monteroso. Pacifique Niragira. Jaslyn Ruby Angel Norton. Joshua Robert Manuel Ortiz. Emily A. Orzek. Joriana Gibelli Perez. Jasmine Pinckney. Sudeep Rai. Gary Lee Reynolds. Alondra Nico Rivera. Janae Desire Rodriguez. Malachi Jose Rodriguez Montañez. Adriana Ibo Rubo. Jessiana Salmon. Taliani Sanchez Acosta. Joseph Sandifer. Cecilia Shangilia. Giovanna Megan Scher. Jafet Sibumana. Catherine Solis Flores. Jermaine Stennies. Sangita Tamang. Deja I. Taylor. Javon LeVar Thompson. Jesse Allen Joseph Olbrich. Brittany Vondero. Amand Lorenzo Waller. Eris Marie Weaver. Anaya Shakira Wesley. Lydia M. Williams. Tracy Liddell Wilson Jr. Nora Abubakar Zakaria. And Sameh Abdel Shahid.
On behalf of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Mayor Justin Bibb, and the greatest CEO of any Cleveland school district, all school districts, Eric Gordon, I wish to congratulate you all, the young men and women of the 2023 class, School of Civic and Business Leadership of John Marshall. I also wish to congratulate the parents and the families and friends and everyone who's here. Another shout out to the faculty for whom we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. Thanks for the great work you do. And please remember, you are the future. You are the leaders of Cleveland. You want to be here 16 years from now and watch your children, 18, 20 years from now, watching your children walk across. Please, you are the future of Cleveland. We need you.
One more time, everybody stand up. This is your class of 2023. At this time, I would like Benita Biswa and Desmond Brown to join me on the stage. They are your lawyers of the year. The tassel is worn on the right side of your mortarboard as a symbol of change. I hereby declare the John Marshall class of 2023 to be graduates of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. You may now move your tassel from the left side of your mortarboards as a sign that you are an alumni. You may be seated. So you get to wrap up with me as your final, and I promise brief because you want to go home and celebrate, speaker of the afternoon. We gave you all sunglasses because I'm corny, and they say on them, your future is bright. This group is a group that's truly going to lead the future of this city. Amanda Gorman has a quote where she starts, "We are the good news that we have been looking for." You are the good news. When you walk in the door in the morning, we know that we have a group of dedicated, amazing young people who are here to support one another as a family. We've been through a lot as a family together. We've been here for your happiest moments. We've been here with your difficult times. And through every one of those moments, if I wasn't there to pick you up, the person next to you was. I've never had a class that was so dedicated to making sure. We joke when we have our senior breakfast and when we have our meetings that make sure the person next to you is sitting here when we walk across this stage. With a nearly 90% graduation rate, you meant it. You picked each other up every time you fell down. When people weren't responding to my text messages for the 400th time to turn in your senior seminar assignments because I was also your teacher, you made sure that person showed up the next day. The quote continues to say, whoop, crying again. The quote continues to say, demonstrating every dusk holds a dawn disguised within it. Today we don't burst into a new world, we begin it. The future is you. The future is the students that you see here before you. Cleveland is lucky to have you. Whether it's starting your business, whether it's going away to college, I know you will stand up for what is right. I know you will rise to the occasion with confidence, with empathy, with style, let's be honest, right? And for that, I love you more than words can describe. As we process out this evening, we're going to have the graduates process out first, but I want to make sure that you know that this will always be your family and that the last thing you hear is that you are loved. At this time, graduates, you can please stand. Congratulations one last time, class of 2023. The podium guests will be processing out, followed by the graduates, families. Everyone will be meeting you back out front. They have to go and pick up some items in the back. They will be meeting you back out in the front. Thank you, and to all the families and guests, we love you as well.